So let's talk about donating. Now, I'm not talking about donating to Twitch streamers or charities that prey on people with good hearts and don't really give money to the people. But, I'm talking about donating money and things that you're not using to help others. See, donating is a selfless act. You're showing others and yourself that you're putting the well-being of others before yourself, and contrary to popular belief that there are still good people out there. See, we've all been in a situation where we get the short end of the stick. Like, whether you're buying something from Facebook Marketplace or you get cut off driving on the road, going to pick up your package that you missed from Amazon, and you struggle with the decision of whether or not you want to return the favor to that person or go on peacefully about your day, we've all been there. Personally, I believe in karma, good and bad, and I think that if you screw people over on purpose, that you'll get what's coming to you. My mom always used to say that what goes around comes around. So if you're constantly scamming people out of money or doing things like that, it'll all come back to you. One thing that I always found weird is that sometimes it takes a while for it to come back around. And as bad as that sounds, I'm not saying that if something does something bad to me, that I expect something bad to happen to them, because that would just be terrible and toxic. But I'm also not saying that if I do something good, I expect to be rewarded. You shouldn't give or do something for someone just for a reward. You should do it because you want to, not because you might get something later on down the line. But, now I want to talk about donating things that are not being used by you. So if you've watched this channel at any point basically in the past year, you'll know that I started my journey to minimalism after inheriting a lot of things that I wasn't going to use. So one day I decided that I was just going to give away all the things that I wasn't using or that I wasn't going to use in an effort to declutter my house and have less things. I said in a previous video that one of my goals is to move in one day if I ever had the opportunity to, and to not have things that don't add value or help me in some way. The whole thing with the moving thing, like I said, I have no idea why it's a goal. It's just something that I want to do. I don't know why. It's one of those things that you can't explain, like trying to explain to your mom why you can't pause the online game that you're playing. But, what's the point of decluttering? Well, this is the way I look at things. The more things you have, the more complicated your life is. I think of things like having things like problems, right? The more problems you have, the more stressful your life is. Now, let me be clear. If you have things that you like or are sentimental or are useful, obviously don't give them away. I'm not gonna give away my laptop because I use it to watch and make videos. But say for my old schoolwork, why would I keep that? I'm not ever gonna look back on it because, to be honest, I don't really care about it. So why would I keep it? It just doesn't make sense to me. Go through your stuff, and if you don't care about something, give it away, because it'll probably help somebody else. And then at the same time, you'll be on your way to a life of less things, less problems, less stress. But one thing I wanted to talk about to kind of bring this whole video together was donating items to help people. When my mom immigrated here, she didn't come with anything except for her clothes. And as far as I'm concerned, everything that we have, she had to work for. Also, as far as I'm aware, she didn't get anything for free, furniture or anything like that, so she had to buy it. And if your parents or your grandparents are immigrants, they know how hard or scary it is to go to another country and basically start life over. I feel like that's one thing that we take for granted, as people that are born in a first world country. If you're the child of an immigrant, your parents literally left behind everything that they had. Their house, their friends, their relatives, their way of life, basically, to go to another country and try and make a better life for you. But the reason I'm giving stuff away is for the families that come here, so they don't have to go out and buy new and expensive cutlery or clothes or things like that, because money will probably be tight for them. One last thing I want to talk about is helping kids. See, I remember as a kid, I got things, but if my mom had no money, then obviously I'd have to wait. I don't have many toys from when I was a kid anymore. Like they were given away like years ago. But you know, if you have toys or clothes that like you're not using or you're not gonna use or anything, like consider donating them to a kid's charity or you know, something like that. It's no secret that we live in a flex culture. You know, everybody wants to show off their car, everybody wants to show off their clothes, everybody wants to show off their house, or you know, whatever it is. But you know, like I look at it like this, like the kid that just comes here from like another country, right? He sees everybody wearing Nike and Adidas and this and that, you know, and if he has just regular clothes, it might make him feel bad. And then on top of that, you know, the parents would feel bad because they can't afford to buy the kid those clothes. So it's almost like a double-edged sword in kind of a way. You know, it would make everybody feel bad. You know, I can guarantee you that with kids having phones these days, you know, there's no shortage of self-esteem issues among them. Like, I'm giving away my clothes so some kid can have something without his mom or dad having to pay full price or so they can get something else for their other kid, or they could save some money. Because, you know, the reality is that, like, I have enough. I have more than I need. So why would I need more? Why am I just hoarding all these things? It just doesn't make sense to me. If this video somehow inspired you in a way that you're gonna give away some things, you know, I just want to say that make sure it's going to a charity that actually helps people and doesn't go into the pocket of some CEO for him to buy another yacht or Ferrari. And if you somehow made it to the end of the video and you think I'm trying to be, you know, self-righteous or noble or something like that, then I'm sorry you feel that way, but at the same time, I'm not sorry that you feel that way, because you know, if you feel bad or you want to throw shade about me making a video about giving away stuff, then just don't watch my videos. You know, I could do without your view. I average like 20 views right now. I don't really mind 19 because that's still 19 other people that watch my videos and possibly get value. I'm not making these videos to seem like I'm so full of myself. I'm trying to show off, you know, that I'm giving out these things. I'm making these videos to help two sets of people. I'm making this video for the person that thinks that they have too many things and they want to move towards a life of less while helping other people that are just starting out, like, you know, immigrants or people that just come here. So to kind of end off the video, I just want to say that if you are inspired by this video, I'm very glad that you are, and just make sure that, you know, you're researching charities and things like that, so the items that you're giving away gets basically, you know, to the right people. I'm glad that you're, you know, taking part in this journey and things like that, and let's move towards a life of less stress, less things, less problems, all while helping others simultaneously. And as always, thanks for watching.